Have you ever gone a day or two or even longer without going and start to feel heavy, uncomfortable, maybe even a little frustrated? It's one of those things no one wants to talk about. But let's be honest, constipation happens. And if you're over 60, it probably happens more often than you'd like to admit. You're not alone. In fact, it's incredibly common, especially as we age and especially if you're managing thyroid issues. Hypothyroidism, in particular, can slow down just about everything, including digestion. And the truth is, being backed up isn't just a physical discomfort. It can throw off your mood, mess with your sleep, make you feel bloated and tired, and sometimes even affect how well your thyroid medication is absorbed. It's all connected. So if you've been feeling off, a little sluggish, or like your system just isn't moving the way it used to, this video is for you. We're going to talk about real, simple, natural ways to get things moving again. No embarrassment, no complicated medical terms. Just down-to-earth habits you can start today. In this video, we're going to walk through the most effective natural tips for managing constipation, especially for older adults. These are gentle on your body, easy to try at home, and actually work. We'll talk about food, hydration, movement, and a few small changes that can make a huge difference. And I want you to know, this isn't about perfection. It's about feeling better one day at a time. So, let's start with the very first thing that can truly transform the way your gut functions: water. Now, I know that sounds basic, but hear me out. Most of us are walking around mildly dehydrated and don't even realize it. As we get older, our sense of thirst tends to dull. That means we might not feel thirsty even when our body really needs more water. And when you're not drinking enough, your body starts pulling water from wherever it can, including your intestines. That makes your stool harder, drier, and much harder to pass. So yes, one of the best ways to beat constipation is simply by drinking more water. Try starting your day with a big glass of warm water. It gently wakes up your digestive system and can help kickstart movement in the morning. Some people like to add a little squeeze of lemon or a splash of apple cider vinegar, both of which can stimulate digestion in gentle ways. Throughout the day, keep sipping. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses, and more if you're active or hot outside. And if plain water isn't your thing, herbal teas, broths, or even water-rich fruits like watermelon or cucumber can help too. Now that you're well on your way to being hydrated, let's talk about what you're feeding your gut, because fiber is your best friend here. Think of fiber as a gentle broom that sweeps your digestive tract clean. It adds bulk to your stool and helps it move along more easily. But here's the key. Not all fiber is created equal, and suddenly loading up on too much can make things worse before they get better. So go slow and make it tasty. Start with adding 1 or 2 servings of fiber-rich foods a day. That could be a bowl of oatmeal with berries in the morning, some lentils in your soup at lunch, or roasted sweet potatoes with dinner. If you like snacking, dried prunes or fresh pears are excellent choices too. Soluble fiber, which is found in foods like oats, apples, and flaxseed, helps soften stool. Insoluble fiber, the kind found in things like whole wheat bread, brown rice, and most vegetables, adds a bulk. You need both to keep things flowing. But here's something many people miss. Fiber only works if you're drinking enough water. Think of it like this. Fiber is a sponge, but water is what fills the sponge and helps it move. So if you're increasing your fiber, you have to increase your fluids too. Otherwise, you might just end up feeling more bloated and stuck than before. So at this point, you're drinking water, you're adding fiber, and maybe now you're wondering, what else can I do to help my gut wake up? Let me tell you, one of the most underrated tools for constipation is movement. Gentle, daily movement helps stimulate digestion in a natural way. Even something as simple as a 10-minute walk after meals can help signal your gut that it's time to get to work. Think of it like gravity, lending a helping hand. And no, you don't need to go run a marathon or join a gym. This is about getting your body gently into motion. Walking, light stretching, a bit of yoga, even dancing around while you do the dishes, it all counts. Some people find that doing a bit of core strengthening exercise helps too, because it brings attention and blood flow to the abdominal area. That might be something as simple as standing tall and gently pulling your belly button toward your spine while breathing. Movement doesn't just help your bowels. It boosts your mood, clears your mind, and supports your thyroid too. So if you've been feeling sluggish and stuck in more ways than one, adding in just a little activity each day could make a surprising difference. Now that we've talked about water, fiber, and movement, the three foundations of healthy digestion, let's keep going. Because sometimes, even with these habits in place, we need to fine-tune a few more things to really feel better. In the next part of this video, we'll get into the importance of gut-friendly foods, how stress plays a sneaky role in constipation, and why your bathroom routine actually matters more than you might think. Stick with me, because the next few tips are just as important and just as doable. So now that you're drinking more water, adding fiber gradually, and getting your body moving a little more each day, you're already doing some of the most powerful things to support healthy digestion. But sometimes, even when we do all that, things still feel a little stuck. That's when we need to take a closer look at what we're eating and how certain foods can either help or hinder your gut. Let's talk about your gut's best friends, probiotics and prebiotics. You probably heard about them before, but if it still feels a bit fuzzy, here's the simplest way to think of it. Probiotics are the friendly bacteria, the good guys that live in your gut and help keep things running smoothly. Prebiotics are the foods that feed those good guys. When your gut has a healthy balance of bacteria, your digestion improves, your immune system gets a boost, and you might even notice your mood lifting. So, where do you find these helpful little microbes? Fermented foods are the key. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, miso, kimchi, and even a small serving of tempeh. These are all rich in probiotics. If you've got a sensitive stomach, start small, maybe just a spoonful of sauerkraut with your lunch or a half cup of plain kefir in the morning. Let your body adjust. And to feed those good bacteria, load up on prebiotic-rich foods like bananas, garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus. These are the kind of fiber your good bacteria thrive on. And a thriving gut means more regular, comfortable bowel movements. But let me say this, not everyone's gut reacts the same way. Some people, especially those with thyroid issues, might find that too much raw onion or cabbage causes gas or discomfort. That's totally normal. This journey is about listening to your body. If something doesn't sit right, it's okay to adjust. There's no one-size-fits-all plan. Now, let's shift gears a little and talk about something that often gets overlooked, stress. I know you might be thinking, what does stress have to do with constipation? But trust me, it plays a bigger role than most people realize. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode. That means digestion slows down because your body thinks it needs to focus on survival, not breaking down lunch. This is especially true for people with thyroid imbalances, since your thyroid and adrenal system are so closely linked. Chronic stress can slow your gut and your metabolism, leaving you feeling bloated, uncomfortable, and even more anxious. So how do you break that cycle? Start by creating small moments of calm in your day. Deep breathing can work wonders. Try this. Place your hand on your belly. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Do that a few times when you wake up before meals or before bed. It tells your body, hey, it's okay to rest. It's okay to digest. Some people also find meditation, gentle yoga, or even just listening to soft music helps. The key is to find something that makes you feel peaceful and to practice it regularly. Just like brushing your teeth, because when your mind relaxes, your gut often follows. And while we're talking about relaxation, let's talk about something you may not have thought about since you were a kid, your bathroom routine. Yep, your actual habits around using the restroom can have a big impact on how easily and comfortably you go. Many people, especially as they get older, start to ignore the urge to go. You feel it coming, but you're busy, or maybe you're out in public, and you don't want to use a strange bathroom. So you hold it. The problem is, the longer you hold it, the more water gets pulled out of your stool, making it harder and more difficult to pass later on. And if this becomes a habit, your body starts ignoring those natural signals altogether. One of the most helpful things you can do is to listen to your body's cues and respond when it's time. Try to go at the same time each day. Usually, about 20 to 30 minutes after breakfast is ideal. That's when your digestive system is naturally most active. And give yourself enough time. Rushing or straining just makes the whole process more uncomfortable. Also, and this might sound a little strange, your posture on the toilet matters. Our modern toilet seats aren't actually the best position for complete elimination. If you've ever heard of the squatty potty, that's exactly what it's for. Elevating your feet a little with a small stool can help your colon align more naturally and make things easier. No pushing, no straining, just letting gravity and your body do their thing. Now, before we move on, I want to remind you of something real important. Everyone's rhythm is different. Some people go once a day, some go every other day, and that's okay. What matters most is how you feel. If you're going regularly without discomfort and feeling light afterward, you're doing just fine. But if you find yourself feeling heavy, bloated, or like it's been more than 3 days since your last bowel movement, that's your body's way of saying it needs a little support. And the things we've talked about so far, water, fiber, movement, gut-friendly foods, stress management, and healthy toilet habits, these are gentle, powerful tools you can use every single day. Coming up in the next part of the video, we're going to talk about a few more surprising triggers that might be slowing you down, like certain medications, how your thyroid medication timing could be affecting your gut, and some natural remedies that are safe, effective, and easy to try at home. You're already doing a great job by showing up, being curious, and taking small steps toward feeling better. Stick with me. We're almost there, and the next few tips could be the missing piece you've been looking for. Welcome back. If you've made it this far, first of all, give yourself a little credit. Talking about constipation isn't glamorous, but it is important. And by showing up for yourself today, you're already taking a powerful step toward feeling better. So far, we've covered a lot. Drinking more water, adding fiber gradually, moving your body, supporting your gut with probiotics and prebiotics, managing stress, and building better bathroom habits. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't touched on yet, and it can make or break all the progress you've made. Let's talk about medications. If you're taking daily prescriptions, and let's be honest, most older adults are, then it's worth checking if any of them list constipation as a side effect. It might be your calcium supplements, iron tablets, certain blood pressure meds, antidepressants, or even painkillers. And here's the tricky part. These medications might be absolutely essential for your health, but they could also be slowing your digestion without you even realizing it. Now, I'm definitely not saying to stop taking anything on your own. Never do that. But what you can do is have a conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them, could this be affecting my digestion? Are there any alternatives or supportive options that won't make constipation worse? You'd be surprised how often just adjusting the timing or trying a different version of the same medication can make a big difference. And if you're taking thyroid medication, like levothyroxine, you may want to pay extra attention to how and when you take it. Thyroid hormones help regulate metabolism and digestion, and if your levels are off or if the medication isn't absorbing properly, constipation can show up as an early warning sign. So, here's a gentle reminder. Take your thyroid medication on an empty stomach with a full glass of water first thing in the morning, and wait at least 30 to 60 minutes before eating anything or drinking coffee. And avoid taking alongside calcium or iron supplements, which can block absorption. Little changes like these can make your medication more effective, which means better energy, better digestion, and fewer frustrating symptoms like bloating or sluggish bowels. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about natural remedies. Sometimes, even when we're doing all the right things, we need a little gentle support to get things moving again, and that's okay. There are a few natural options that are safe for most people, including older adults. One of the simplest is warm lemon water in the morning. The warmth stimulates your digestive tract, and the lemon encourages bowel production, which can help soften stool and encourage a bowel movement. It's a small, easy ritual that also hydrates you. A win-win. Another option is chia seed gel. Just mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into a glass of water and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. It turns into a thick gel that's packed with fiber and can help move things along gently. You can drink it on its own or stir it into oatmeal or smoothies. Prunes or prune juice. Yes, the classic, still work wonders, thanks to their natural sorbitol content, which draws water into the intestines and helps things pass more smoothly. And for some people, psyllium husk, the fiber found in Metamucil, can be a game changer, especially when taken with plenty of water. Just start small and increase gradually to avoid gas or bloating. But remember, natural doesn't always mean harmless. Always check with your doctor, especially if you're managing thyroid disease or other chronic conditions, to make sure these remedies won't interfere with your treatment plan. Now, I know that was a lot of information, and if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, I hear you. But here's the good news. You don't have to do everything at once. Pick one thing that resonated with you today. Maybe it's adding more veggies to your meals. Maybe it's a short walk after lunch. Maybe it's switching from coffee to warm lemon water in the morning just to see how it feels. That one change should be the beginning of a much easier, more comfortable routine for you. Let's take a moment to quickly recap the big ideas we covered throughout this video. Not as a checklist, but as gentle reminders of what's possible. You've learned how hydration, fiber, and movement form a foundation of a healthy digestive system. You now understand how your gut bacteria and the foods that feed them play a huge role in how well your body eliminates waste. You've discovered how stress, posture, and even your bathroom routine can influence your regularity more than you ever realized. And you've learned to be curious, to look at your medications, your thyroid health, and gentle natural remedies as part of the bigger picture. All of these small shifts work together. It's not about quick fixes. It's about listening to your body, respecting its rhythm, and supporting it with consistent, loving habits. And I want to leave you with this thought. Your body isn't broken. If you're struggling with constipation, it's not a failure. It's a signal, a message that something needs a little more attention, a little more care. And the fact that you're here, learning and growing and looking for answers, says a lot about your strength and your commitment to your health. So don't give up. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep asking questions. Keep trying new things, patiently, kindly, one day at a time. If you found even one helpful tip in this video, let me know in the comments, or share your own favorite tricks for staying regular. This is a community where we support each other, especially when it comes to the not-so-glamorous parts of getting older. We all deal with it. You're not alone. And hey, if this video made you feel even a little more informed or encouraged, give a like and subscribe for more tips on thyroid health, digestion, and living well at any age. We got more practical advice, expert interviews, and feel-good motivation coming your way. Remember, small changes really can lead to big relief. So go easy on yourself. And here's to living with more ease, more comfort, and more confidence in your beautiful body. No matter your age, it's never too late to feel better. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.